Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, sir. Waiting for insights. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we have some really good trade setup coming as NFP. We have another day coming later, and in this NFP day, looking forward to see some trading opportunity here in this market. Morning. Thank you. I'm looking for buys. Good look. Thank you. Here I'm looking at, and okay, so we are beginning another trading days now. Along with also, if you look at, we had very successful entry yesterday on gold, and I'm looking at gold for further entry opportunity today. We will be doing a complete multiple time frame analysis and also entry at this level once it arrives. So the key factor here is to look for that overall trend direction. So if you look at, this is the daily market structure, the market has crossed this high, and with this cross of this high here, that the market has reached that level, and with this movement that you can see, the market has reached that level for another wave of bounce. Right now, if you look at that overall market trend from this, this is the 15 minutes price action, shows that there could be some potentially upside bias here, and that upside bias, that if you look at in this area, the market might be here going to retest that level, and which, if you look at that, currently the market is approaching this zone, and there is an imbalance here at the moment that you can see. And with this imbalance, if you look at that overall market trend, and also DXY that we have seen after yesterday's move out, and there was a strong false breakout, pretty sharp rejection at that level, And if you look at the daily, back to back 2 daily, liquidity sweep at this level that you can see. And with this 2 liquidity sweep, that what you can see here in this area, the market has reached that high, reached that low, which is now in a very important key area of value. So with this key area of value, that the market is, if you look at that, approaching that level where series of lower high, and with this series of lower high, that the market may here cross this low here at this level, which is showing up. This is the 4-hour candlestick pattern of this 4-hour doji. The market might be here breaking that low in that area. So from that perspective, that gold had very stronger bullish breakout that you can see at that level, and after creating that, the market now on a pullback. So from the daily, so if we look at that, currently the market trend here is now the overall market movement that you can see here is that here so at the moment here in this zone we can see some bullish bias. If you look at that, some bullish bias at that level. Greeting, welcome. So what's your bias on gold today? Can you share your bias here on the live chat? And it's gonna be cool to see. With this movement that you can see from those areas. Okay, now so far shows to me, looks like that an upside, only bullish, I think. Yeah, I think so far bullish. Anyone has a different opinion? The 1 hour candle closed with that bullish. I'll be buying gold for today based on what I am using on the chart. Yes, you can see that upside momentum, which is that bullish bias on gold, and we'll see that. We'll wait a little bit to see that overall market movement. and then we can look at the proper entry point. So that you can see the market has created that initial bullish bias, and now that pullback at this level, and with this pullback that the market has created this momentum that you can see at that level, and which might be that the price action to reverse back again to the major direction of the flow. And with this flow that you can see that the market structure might be here going to another wave of bounce here that you could see. And because the market is in this upside bias, any pullback can create that buying pressure for us. Why? Come on, no one's comment is blocked. If your comment is blocked, then how can you comment again? Sometime it might happen that there are some filters. For example, any word that might cause any kind of emotional, like the turmoil, that might automatically blocked by the algorithm. It's not with us. So however, make sure that guys, you keep healthy chat, which is important, because if if anyone writes something that might cause other to emotionally feel very um like disturbed, then it automatically block itself by the algorithm. So that's all. Holding cells, so you're holding cell. I'm not on any kind of sell here. If you look at that, the market is at the moment bullish. So if you look at that, I'm here to teach. um okay, welcome everyone, thank you. Now what we can see at the moment, that the market is here to show that upside bias. Okay, so there is an inverted head and shoulder that you can see at that level. Mm. Yeah, thank you. As you are not disciplined enough. Okay. Acknowledge their own respond. Okay, so if you look at the current market trend at this level here, which is the key area that you can see. Okay, so you can see there is some kind of, if you look at this is the previous resistance turn support. Looks like that there is of this pullback, the market slowly trying to push back here. um Look, your day trading skills dog, what the username, NK Tecolespecia. Okay, just to let you know that you are spamming the chat by writing too many where other not finding any opportunity to write their comments. So I see that you just occupying the whole space, which is spamming. So if you keep doing that, I have to block you, unfortunately. Still you can write, but I would recommend to keep that writing in a way that is not spamming. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, so here on gold, that we can see of this, that it's trending here at the moment, that you can see. And with this support area, if you closely look at it, you can see the market is slowly breaking back to the upside. Okay, let me have a look. Okay, so looks like that. It doesn't move me. Okay. Um yeah, it's gold. We might find in shortly an entry here. And So looks like that on um, the liquidity is if you look at that overall, the market trend is still bullish, and with this movement, if you closely look at overall, uh, the price action is showing that there is upside bias, and because there is an imbalance that you can see here in that area, which is still I'm looking at, I'm still not entering, but I'll mention if I'm entering. Okay, so I'm going long on here. um, so entering on gold, and stop loss placing below at 4066.65. And we'll be setting TP target at the key level, which is 14115. um, so I've opened long on gold, and the overall trend, we will be also explaining the movement on gold later today. So with the current volatility, because there is, if you look at that overall uh, market movement, if you guys looked at, um, the overall trend is upside that you can see at that level, and with gap open, and the market might be here creating its momentum. So if you look at that overall trend direction, here is in the major direction of the flow. So the overall market movement is bullish, and you are looking to see that the market here showing that momentum back to the upside. Okay, so here saw the pullback here. So gold is running, and if you look at that, the market is on this trend. Oh, we are on the trade. Are you on the trade? Can you share your feedback? Coach, why is the past couple of days gold has been unstable? No, it's not unstable. So gold has, it's unstable. That we need to look at the proper perspective. And yeah, so gold became very unpredictable few days. Not only few days, I would say that months. Okay, and that's why some strategy became completely ineffective with that current setup. Yes, and this is a normal market cycle. Okay, this is a normal market cycle, but um, also some looks a little, I would say that, out of normal, and I'm not sure why gold became little unpredictable, but we'll see that over time. We trade the trend, and okay, thank you. I think have got any idea? Yeah, this is true that gold became very unstable few days, few, I would say, the months, and it's became, and yeah, became very unstable few days, quite a few days, but in months became unpredictable. But we are on a trade anyway. You guys can share your feedback why gold is unstable. Is the business cycle? Okay, so anyone has a different opinion? Is this a business cycle? So there might be, if you look at with current volatility, um, So with the current, if you look at, this is the current level of resistance, and with this resistance line, the market is at this key level. And if the market successfully breaks that high, is most likely to go ahead and create a new higher high. Thank you. Gold is always gold, different way. Okay. Um, Gold is always gold, different way. Now silver too. Yeah. So what we are seeing, that the market trend is having unstable, means that the market is still following the trend, but there is, if you look at that overall, um, the volatility and the manipulation increased, so that might be. But anyway, we are on a trade. So buy trade running here. So at the moment, you can see that this is on a pullback, and the risk is low. Let's see that how far it goes. If you look at the overall market here from the 1 hour, Now at this level, if you look at that overall market uh, here on this area, so what you can see that from the 1 hour, it's on a pullback at this level, and that might create this upside bias. So at this level, if you look at that, the market overall, so overall that you can see at that level, so it's almost to the support area that you can see. It might get okay, so you got that, you get the stop loss. This is a complete break. Now it looks like that it's still bullish, so we can look for the re-entry with the candle close. It still shows a bullish bias if you look at that overall, and I'll go for the another entry at this level. the same way the buy entry. So the stop loss is 4052. Stop loss is 4052.64, and profit target here at 4114.89. And I'm looking at again buy entry, buy market with a smaller risk. So I'm long again. Stop loss is 4052.64, and TP target will be setting again at 4114.89. So the market has tested the lower shadow. This is the next trade setup with gold buy again, and I opened the stop loss below at 4052. The market is pretty unpredictable, but we can use the probability. Okay, so it's now pushing again to the upside, and if this move successfully bounce up, that can take around 480 pip upside. The trade is active. The trade is still active. So you got entry again. Now, if you look at the 1 hour, this is, if you look at the pure liquidity sweep at that level, and which you can see the market at that. So with this liquidity sweep at this level, okay, long gold by running. You know, the market is news. Japan's Ministry of Finance could step in abruptly, you know. Okay, President Trump delivers remarks July 1, 2026. Trump just, I promised oil price are plummeting fast. Boats are coming out of Hormuz Strait. So just looking to see that if there is any breaking news here. Fed's Rush plans to harness better economic data. All right, thank you for that. And with this currently, if you look at the market, is slowly picking that back to the upside here. And if you look at, this is a potentially a breakup structure, which is, we traded the trend here, which is a pullback. Now with that trend, it it most likely to bounce off that level here, and which is okay. Now shows a bullish bias that you can see at that level. All right, so we are on that. I just entered. My network is slow today. Um, that's fine. Sometime we do have the network things that happens. Now we want to see that breaking back to the upside here, that can create another momentum. Now if you look at that, overall market shows here bullish bias. Okay, if we see that successful move back to the upside, even we can add another position along the way. So adding to the winner is it's a good practice. Always when you see that the winner is a high probability, we can add position, especially if we see the market cross 4080 above. We can look for another position to be added for short term move, while we will be running this one as well. So if the market successfully breaks out above 4080 level here for another nearly 230 pip, we can add another position, because if the market successfully breaks that high, continue to rise back, we could see that the market to maintain its upside bias at that level. First, we'd like to see the market is showing that movement here at that level. Okay. I think it might pick up. The way we can see, the market still shows bullish bias, so therefore the high possibility to pick up, and then to possibly to go back again 4114 to the order block. Are you on the next trade? Are you on the next trade? Are you on the running trade? So you can see slowly going here back to the upside, and if successfully creates that momentum, we could see that continuation. Or these days, even expert not understanding fully what's happening with gold. Might be anyone has a different opinion can share. Just entered, network is slow. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We are on the trade, and okay, here looking at that trend, okay, which is possibility to remain in the direction of the flow, and I think gold should break 4800, then start a new bullish rally to new all-time high. You mean 4800? 4080 you mean, or 4800? So far here you can see the market trend. So I mean 3800. Okay, 3800 is here. Market is really this is currently, it's very highly bullish that you can see, but you know we can't say that to come here overall from the technical point of view, because the probability here that will tell you it is going up, right? Now let's understand that why. First of all, if you see this one here, this is a move, right? And then pull back to the order block, right? Exactly to the order block. And then you can see that the market is again maintaining that uptrend. So considering this zone, if you look at this zone here, considering this fact in this zone, which is starting from here, ending here, and pull back to the neckline, drop, bounce again, pull back to the neckline. So what you can see that, and also there is an inverted head and shoulder at that level, right? And what you can see that the market is in a continuous bullish momentum that you can see at that level. So therefore, uh, the bias here is towards the upside here in this market. Thank you. All right. So I'm not talking about 5 minutes time frame. I'm talking about the daily time frame. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So you can see the market again trying to pull back here in that area, and so if you look at that, this is a support area where you could see the market to continue to the upside here in this area to see overall trend. And Okay, so you can see the market is currently trading above our entry, and still we can see some bullish bias here. Are you out? No, no, I'm not out. I'm on the trade. We see the market trend is bullish, but what we can see that there is a little bit of um, that unusual price action, but we might see that just um, so if you look at that here, and okay, so we can see some improvement in the price action, and I think that might create that upside bias here, which is what you could see that movement above this level, and you can see there is a liquidity sweep at this level here, and with that liquidity sweep, the market might be here creating that upside bias. So there is about 10 and 20 m exponential moving averages here at this level. With multiple liquidity sweep here, that can create an upside bias to that level that you could see, where the price action showing up few more reaction at this level. Okay, so far it's still showing that bullish bias at, but it's consolidating very interestingly. So there is a massive liquidity sweep on DXY that you can see, right? So when there is a massive liquidity sweep on DXY at that level, which is showing that there is a bullish bias, right? That usually should be pushing higher after this kind of liquidity sweep. Well, gold is in that case should be potentially to be upside. So the market trend shows that it's a little different at the moment. So the entry here at if you look at that, is our the entry. So the entry here on so here in a little different price action. So looking at the 4-hour price action now, if you look at the price is hitting that 4-hour support, which also the previous support area where we have entered the trade. That's where the market, if you look at that at the level, creating that pressure with this, which with that momentum here, and it's most likely a false breakout that you can see at that level. All right, so the price is just breaking out of this support here, and I think that might be a strong liquidity sweep at this level that we could see the market to have a reaction of that. So with the current support area, that's where the market is structured. If you look at with the current volatility, the market structure shows here. Okay, so okay, it's on a zone where the market might be here creating that bias, right? So here is the support, and I think that we might see that reaction of that key level if you look at that. Okay, so there is a liquidity sweep, and I think that if you look at it successfully grabbing the liquidity, the market is highly likely to bounce off that level to get. Um, uh, can I buy now for any more? Are you in? No, I'm not out. I'm on. China stopped gold buy and selling online. Physically, yes, it's allowed to get the real price. Looks like head and shoulder on 1 minute. So that's where the market is. Um, I think it created a very interesting structure, which. So here, if you look at that, the market is. Okay, so you need to give some room here, and the 4 hour price action that you can see here, this is a if you look at the overall, it's a very strongly bullish market. But what we can see that at that level is which is the trend is the inherently bullish, but higher low not yet completed. Yeah, that's what you can see. Psyche price level might explode soon. Okay, looks like head and shoulder. Yeah, that's what you can see. Then it's not gonna stop buying gold. Let me tell you guys, China or any central bank is, if you hear that buying gold, stop buying gold, that's may not be true. Let me tell you why not gonna stop buying gold is because, let's say China already has gold, right, in their reserve. So if they stop buying gold, then what will happen? Gold price will drop. If gold price will drop, then what will happen? Their existing gold's value will lose its original value, right? So that's why those who has gold in their reserve, they're not gonna stop buying. Why? Let's say you have 5 ton gold in your reserve, right? That worth, let's say, 100 billion. Now you announce that you're not gonna buy gold, then the gold price will drop. What about already you have existing in your reserve? That will also lose value, right? Because if you don't hold that price level, then what is already you have existing also will lose value. So it's a two-edged sword that you, you can't buy all, and at the same time you can't stop buying. So there will be, I think it's potentially a pullback, but there are some move that you can see recently happening that might be to look at actually why the market is so unpredictable these days. But we might be able to see some development shortly. Let's see that. Okay, so here if you look at that, with the multiple long week candlestick pattern at that level, so this is a 10 and 20 MA crossed over at this level. And if we see the market from this support area, could be creating that, here you can see slowly it's building momentum. This might be a deep liquidity sweep at this level and can create the momentum here. And we can see that if it breaks out, or I think that it's gonna go back to the previous level, previous area of value. We'll see that what kind of market structure is creating the overall. I'm on buy on gold. Okay. Uh, yeah, so you can see that here, if you look at the market is on a very key support level, right? Which is very important liquidity zone at that level that you can see of that, which potentially be what I think that if we see successful bounce off this level, it can, yeah, I'm on a buy side. Yep. Yeah, I'm on a buy. It's, they're expecting it to keep pushing higher. Welcome. From this support, you can see the market slowly creating that upside bias here. Okay, so slowly, if you look at this level where the market has picked up, and I think there is a multiple liquidity sweep potential for an upside bias, we are on the trade. Let's look at here that to see how far we might see that movement. The second trade here running at this level, and So you're buy on and going on in that level, that you can see some move at that zone, which might be creating an upside bias. And you can see some pullback here, but because there is an upside momentum here at that level, we could see that Okay, so you can see that at this level, at this zone here, that the market is, if you look at that, there is another move, and if this inverted head and shoulder remain in place, we could see that continuation here back above to the direction of the major move here that you could see. And that might be beginning, okay, here at that level. And So all right, so here we can see that the market, um, there is another bullish breakout and the price has reacted back down here. So today, if you look at, we have NFP coming. So if you look at this zone here, which is an important key level, and from that area of value, we could see that continuation of this market back above to this area. And here is, if you look at that support area, that might create that momentum, and therefore still we can see there is some volume back to the upside, which is still pushing that market to create its upside bias here. So the rate is active, still active, and looking forward to see some upside bias here at that level. So with this support zone, as the market has tested this support area, can create that momentum back towards the upside here in this area. So if we look at that price action of this support, where the market is maintaining a series of higher low and can create an uptrending movement back in the major direction of the flow, where the market structure maintain its momentum back in the direction of the flow. And I'm on it. If you look at that slowly, the market is maintaining its momentum in the direction of the trend, which could lead that price action back here in the major move that you could see. And that's where you can see the price action shows its bias. And as the market is maintaining that series of high or low, could create that move back to the upside towards the direction of the trend. Okay. Okay. We can see some upside here showing up. And that is where the market can create that pressure back to the upside, and we might see that continuation of this market trend. And if you look at with this support retest, the price action now goes back and maintaining its momentum back to the upside here. So you can see that the price action at this trend line here is making its move back, right? And with this movement where the trend line remains bullish, we could see that the price action to remain here to the major direction of the flow, and that might maintain its upside bias to its fullest potential that you could see. Are you guys with me? So we are on this trade and running in. And in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can do so. Make sure you do that. And also, if you haven't liked this stream, also you can do so. And don't miss out to subscribe, as I am coming on live each day almost twice. Today we are running this trade now. At the moment, just entering into the profit area. With this trade, we will keep holding it. If you look at that, the market trend is currently significant, that we are expecting it to maintain its momentum in the major direction of the flow that you can see. So that's where you can see this is a support zone, where from this support here, the market is potentially to maintain its momentum back in the major direction of the flow that you can see of that. So move here to this support area, and you can see the market is maintaining that upside momentum, and which is in fact creating its bullish bias so far. And you could see that continuation now as Thursday volume is coming, and with this volume, that looking forward to see that XAUUSD to have a breakout. All right. And as you can see, this is a very important trade that we have opened, and I believe many of you on this trade. Looks like continuous of Asian session uptrend. Yes, I think it's hedging to 4070, 4075. Could chop down again 4060. Even chop down to 4060. We have our allowance to up to 4052. So I'm happy to see that the market trend maintaining its upside bias and could continue to trend back in the direction of the flow. All right, and if successfully moves up, you can see it's forming a W. Okay, we can see the W formation, and the W formation can break that high potentially to continue to trend back towards the upside here. Now, what we see that here, that the market is showing its momentum, showing its bias here in this area. So now, that being said, with this support here, the market trend remain in this direction of the flow, and we might see that continuation back here, and that's a sideways market that you can see slowly breaking back to the upside. We are running in profit with this trade, and would like to take this, make it to the next level. For those who are here, make sure you like this stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Currently, premium group is completely open, but we might get closed with our new setup. So it's still open. At any point, you might get it closed, and it's a regular paid membership, so you might go back to the paid. So at the moment, I'm sharing that completely free premium link that you can join and get access to that. You can join and get access to that, which is very important price action confirmation here on the trade, and also you can find all those updates, what confirmation you use for each trade entry. I'm sharing the breakdown of each trade in the group with the full analysis also available in the group. So if you're in the group, you can follow along all the updates. Also, for those who want to join the same broker that I'm using, I placed a link below this video in the description. You can use that link, get into that the same broker that I'm trading. You can register using that link. Depending on your geography, you might receive some bonus. So the link is with to join with the bonus. You can find link below this video. You can just click the link or copy the link, paste on your browser. Best broker that I'm using. You can join that if you are trading or looking to trade with same broker that I'm trading. So that link, and also I'm sharing the same link here in the description area, where let me share with you. If anyone wants to get into the same broker that I'm trading, yep, so I have shared the broker link. You can find that link. You can just click or copy that link or paste on your browser, sign up for the same broker that I'm using, and it's very flexible. You can use that broker and get into that trading, either demo or live. And at the same time, if you look at that, we are running this trade currently, just got into the profit area that I am looking at to see some potential move here back. So far, what we can see that the market trend is bullish, and I am on the trade. There will be an update in just shortly, and also that I'm coming on live again later today for trading the NY session. Now this live session, the trade is on. So the update is that we have the stop loss here, we have a profit target here. Any immediate update I'm going to share in the group. So anyone in this trade. But if you want to see the update, I will take a short break before the next live. So the next live is coming in around 4 hours time. So if you are in this trade and want an update, make sure you join the premium group where you can find all the updates that I'm sharing as soon as I'm doing. So I have shared the link if you are running the trade, and you can be there, stay connected to see all the updates. Now, as you can see, the trade currently running in profit. Just giving an update, I will be exiting this live session for a break, and there will be another one coming in NY session. And as the market running, the trade running in profit, just to give you an update, if you think that, if you have fear that you got big stop loss or anything, you can now close the trade with the running profit and wait for the update, because I will not be on live. And if you think that you will not be able to manage the trade, then you can just exit the trade now and then wait for the next one to come up. So that being said, it's a great trading session with all of you. There will be another one coming, so don't miss out to that. And in the meantime, if you haven't prepared your account yet to trade with me like I'm doing every single day, also I have placed the broker link in the description and also in the chat area. You can click that link and then you can register with the broker to get your account ready. If a bullish momentum continues as planned, maybe we expect a double top 4115. What do you think? Okay, so let me answer this question. Good question. If bullish momentum continues as planned, maybe we expect a double top 4115. What do you think? Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Now, if the market goes up to 4115 and the bullish momentum continues, yes, you can hold some partial position if you want to the next level. Okay. And if you look at that, our profit target at 4115, right? So 4114, which is the weekly high. So if you look at the daily, yes, you can, if the bullish momentum continues, the market can go up to daily 20 EMA or even higher. So if the market breaks out with a momentum, it can go a lot. Okay, so it can 4217. Okay, we can target up to 4217 partial, and that's what we might do. So do not close your whole position at 4115. Okay, now what we will be doing, that's why I'm telling you that I will give you an update in the group. So at 4115, we have 470 pip profit, and if the bullish momentum continues, the next target can be 4217, which is another 1000 pip. So that's the primary update here. And I think bullish momentum may continue, and if it successfully move up at 4115, we can take half, that means 50% of the running position, and we can move the stop loss at entry. We can let the rest of the position to run back to 4217. All right, so I hope that you guys got an update, and I'm giving the same update in the group just after this live session so that you also can have a double check and double confirm with that. Thanks for this question. And this is an exclusive live session. There is another one coming in the next 3 hours, and I'll see you there again. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you until that. Stay well, stay happy.